What in God's name is going on in here?
Episode 73, man. Back at headquarters, man. 52 headquarters. Dynamic duo back at it. Me and Vinnie here, man.
Dude, we need like theme music.
Well, it comes in there. It comes in there when after post production. There, it comes in there.
They're gonna do cartoons of us, and we're gonna be like this.
I would love that, dude. We need to work out something to make that happen. Yeah, dude. We back at it here. 73. We worked on. I was told by Angel and the crew here, or Angel and Bree, our studio audience. Stevie Wonder, right? Birthday, 73, or not his birthday, but he's just 73. Martin Short, love Martin Short. I used to love his that Ed Grimley. He had that little pointy hair. He used to go up like that. He used to have a cool ass dance. He had his pants up.
I must say,
yeah, that's him. Bruce Springsteen. People don't like Bruce Springsteen too much. I'm a fan. I know people always got his music wrong. They always thought "Born in the USA" was a patriotic song, but it wasn't. It was.
I was a fan of Born in East LA.
That's
a different song.
That's a different Springsteen. Yeah. So people always. I was a fan. Like I said, I knew what he was. I knew that he wasn't him and John. Was it? How does his name go? John Cougar Mellencamp or John Mellencamp or John?
I know. Isn't that a weird name?
3 or 4 different fucking names. I think as the more famous he got, the more names he added in there. John Cougar Mellencamp.
They came about the same time.
Yeah, I was about the same. But Little Pink Houses. John Cougar Mellencamp is about the farmer and
Jack and Diane.
Well, that one I think was just straightforward. I think it was just talking about that he was in love with Diane. There, it was a good song, good tune, man, good tune. Can't go wrong with little Cougar Mellencamp there, the Cougar. But yeah, man. So yeah, man, back in the studio, me and Vinnie here. It's been good, man. It's been a long week, a lot of stuff going on. I know Vinnie's recovering here. Little bumps and bruises there. I'm sure you did.
All right, had the W, got the W.
Yes, that's all that matters, dude. That's all that matters.
Straight up a Zuko bomb.
That's all that matters, dude.
Put him through the mat.
It's good stuff, man. Was it a warm room though, dude? I can imagine. I can imagine, dude.
Yeah, lots of water,
dude. I got to be careful out there with that shit, dude. Speaking of the heat, kind of shitty ass segue, but well, fuck it. I don't know if I talked about this in the last episode or before. There's like in the inner city, they're not giving away, but they're giving you a great deal on the Nest. Nest.
I was about to say the AC.
Those AC things, the Nest ones, those digital ones.
Digital.
Where you can do it from your phone and shit.
Yep.
So the beef on that, or the thing is, in the inner city, you can get one. They'll give you one. Oh, we'll give you a great deal. We'll give it to you for nothing. But there were stories I was reading.
So they have control of it?
Yep. When this couple left, they went out of town. When they came back, like it was like 80 degrees in their house. And like, well, we didn't set it to that. And then they wrote and they kind of complained, and they were like, well, we can control your shit from our headquarters. So they turned it down to 80 degrees. It's just like, so it's just got to be careful.
That's like some corporate place. Like if you work at a corporate place, they control it could be like 112 degrees here, but somewhere in North Carolina it might be 70.
Yeah, it's just like that's how the Walmart. I think that's how the Walmart was. That they go by. That's kind of the same kind of thing. Walmart, they go by how the weather is, where like their main shit is at. So if it's cold there, it's gonna. So sometimes when it's cold here, they have the AC on in here, or when it's vice versa. When it's hot outside, they have the heater and shit on. So
yeah, it depends on. It's kind of like we're in the studio, man. You know,
I keep it cold, man.
We have to jack it up and put a hoodie on.
I keep it cold, man.
So our watchers, hey. It blows snow out the vent.
Dude,
so.
I don't want to be shiny like a fat pig on the camera. I don't want to be all shiny and shit. So I got to make sure it stays cold in there. Don't want to look ridiculous. It's bad enough. It's ridiculous as it is for me. But I don't want to be shiny. Don't want to be shiny on the camera there. But yeah, so that's that's where I've been. That's what Vinny's been kicking some ass outside in the heat, Texas heat, man. I applaud you, man, because I would not do that shit. I don't do too well with the heat, man.
Oh, but it was amazing. We did it for a good cause.
Oh, for sure.
Like, that wasn't even a factor, man. That heat wasn't even a factor for the cause we were doing it for the kids, that don't get, school supplies, backpacks and stuff like that. They can't get stuff like that.
No.
So, to be honest, man, I gave away a bunch of Zuko shirts, man.
Oh,
for the kids, man. Yeah.
First day of school, man.
First day of school, take it to school. Don't get in trouble.
Too late.
Too
late.
Don't Zuko bomb nobody. But it was awesome, dude. I'd be more than happy to do it again.
Shit, yeah, man. And I know you'll be here. we need to get all the listeners to get out here and come watch you on September 9th, right? September 9th when you'll be here at the watering hole.
We'll be back in Conroe.
Hell yeah, dude! You gotta come see you. Everybody, come out, check him out, man.
Yeah,
It's
put
a hell of
there.
a show on. The whole everybody puts a good show on there. Yeah. So it's Jersey. It's football season, man. It's time. Preseason games are starting up. Cowboys, because Cowboys fan, whatever. It's always that thing. You're always optimistic at the beginning of the year. You're always hoping that something good's gonna happen, but. We'll see what happens. It's a long year, but football season's back. I know I'm excited to see Dion in his debut of being a coach. Deion Sanders at Colorado. I'm excited to see him.
I had one of my coworkers. He was talking about, and like you said, since football's starting back up, he's like, oh man, I gotta, I'm not working this day because football. I was like. And his team is the Texans. I was like, dude, you might as well just come to work.
Yeah, just.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that?
Yeah,
he might
just call it in, man. Just come
on
in.
Call it in, man. Just come to work.
Bring your ass to work. Make some money.
You're not missing anything.
Yeah, you're not missing much. But yeah, it's just I'm excited to see what we got, man. Like I said, just I don't want to delve too much into the football, but just I saw the new cat running back for the Cowboys, Deuce Vaughn. He looks real spunky and little. He's a little guy. I like him though. He's good.
Is that why he's spunky?
He's just fucking. He hits that hole real fast. That's funny. He hits the hole real fast. Anyway, but he's good.
That doesn't last long, bro.
I know it does. It doesn't. But I'll take it if we can get some wins out of it. I'll take it, dude. But I'll take it, man. Shit. But that being said, man, I was watching. Of course, you know me with the Netflix bullshit. Ran across, and I know you kind of said you saw it was the Johnny Manziel story, the untold story of Johnny Manziel.
They called him Johnny Football.
JFF, Johnny fucking Football is what they used to call him, man. That's what they. The documentary's good, though, man. Really good insight on what he did, and he kind of changed the rules, and with the college players making money and shit. Like he was kind of the catalyst for all that stuff for for the players trying to make money and shit.
Was he a hype train though?
Yeah, he was. To tell you what, man, in high school he was in Kerrville, great fucking football player. I started as a freshman, standout guy because they said they run that
Texas kid, huh?
Yeah, Texas kid. They said they run that high school like military style, like you got to
in
be on
Kerrville?
point. Yeah, in Kerrville. I forgot it's called KVIY or something.
I went to a hot rod show in Kerrville and I got lost. Don't ask how, but it's a circle. Like and I got lost.
It's a really big. Was that? Oh, TIVY. That's what the name of the high school. It was. He killed it, man. He was doing all kinds of shit, running the ball. He was just outside the box, man. But yeah, made it to A&M. The funny story about that whole thing is I didn't even know this, dude. Growing up, as he was getting to the point where he was going to go to college and start looking at colleges, he was obsessed with the Longhorns, Texas Longhorns. He was obsessed with University of Texas, and that's where he wanted to. That's where he went to go. He wore the gear all the time growing up. That's all he wore, Longhorn gear.
Kind of like I'm obsessed with my son, wrestling for the Notre Dame.
Yeah, that'd be cool as shit, dude. That'd be cool.
That's my plan, but
that'd be the shit. Dude.
If you can get a scholarship at Notre Dame for wrestling,
I love wrestling.
I'd be a proud papa.
Yeah, dude. Vision Quest. When I hear wrestling, that's the first thing I think about Vision Quest. But yeah, so he was he wanted to go to the Longhorns, A&M, man. I mean, Texas, man, but didn't happen. A&M picked him up, and he was really disappointed because he really wanted to be a Longhorn. A&M, man, he killed it up there. Like, you got to give it to this guy, man. He took this school that was, nothing, kind of not, kind of just a, no, A&M.
Oh.
He went to college there, and he did it, broke all these records, kicked some ass, man. And because of him, like, the school made tons of money because of him, and made a new stadium. The stadium's bigger now than one they have now than Kyle
Stadium.
Kyle Field used to be the home. Then they knocked that one down. They made a bigger one now because of him.
Just because of him?
Because he brought his revenue in. Man, he was bringing tons of revenue in. People were on the radar, and then they went on to the SEC.
The old 12th man, huh?
Yeah, dude, big time, dude. And it was he killed it, man. He was such a big star, and he brought so much attention to the team, and just so good, just very talented, like quick on his feet, fast. Was just didn't follow the rules, threw the ball how he wanted to, and so anyway, all that thing, he just got a big head, and it just was there was a point where he was just thought he was bigger than the game, man. He thought he didn't have to study, didn't have to study plays and go to practice and shit like that. And him and his high school buddy, man, they were having a good time, and he wanted to make some money, man. So they started like when they'd go out of town and they would go to these this guy would these brokers. They're called brokers, and they would get him to sign shit. You know, like sign autographs, sign balls, sign footballs, and shit like that. And he would sell them. And he said in one weekend at the beginning, in one weekend they made like 30 G's. In one weekend selling all his merchandise and shit.
Oh, and he saw that.
It was under the table. Yeah, and he said I was walking around. You know, but at some point I was walking around $100,000 in my pocket with me and my buddy and shit. We're just killing it, man. And it got to the point where he was getting so big with that, with the money, making the side money, that he was going to like the Super Bowl. He was showing up at the Super Bowl. This kid that's supposed to be in college, not making no money. He's at the Super Bowl. He's got this new fucking Mercedes Benz. He's got a diamond Rolex and shit. And
driving youth on the weekends, going to strip club.
Yeah, said he was huge, man. He said it was making all kinds of side money, man. And they caught on to that shit, and they were like, well, you know, how do you have all that money? And they're like, he's like, well, you know, they made a story for him, like, oh, my parents are in oil. You know, we got money and shit. We're rich. That's how he got out of it and shit. That's how he snuck out of that, dude.
Jeez.
But what I took away from it, man, is just I think he was, and what he even said at the end, towards the end of the documentary, he was just like, man, I was just used to that frat boy lifestyle, partying. He goes, and then when I went to the NFL, I just wasn't interested because it just wasn't. You know, it wasn't that same
party.
It wasn't a party anymore. It was real fucking life. So he said, I just didn't work out for me. He got into drugs. Man, he got to the point where he got to a low point where I don't want to give away the whole show because, like Johnny said, I always ruin the shows for everybody. But he's got to a real low point and just kind of threw it all away, man. Just threw it all away. Like he did.
I know exactly who you're talking about. Like, I'm not a big football fan. Yeah. I used to be back in the 90s. You know, but now it's just like I'm going to pick it back up. But when I heard about this, you know, about this guy, total hype train.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I just thought he was, what it was with me, you never saw, for me, I just never saw a quarterback with that kind of charisma and talking shit and, you know, with his way, you know, he had a way of doing things and just being charismatic. You didn't see that.
There's some college players. What's his name from UT? Young.
Yeah, Vince
Young.
Yeah, that's who he looked up to. That's who I looked up to. I wanted to be like him because he ran the ball. You know, he did what he wanted to. And
he didn't do anything. He fizzled.
Make it. Yeah, just like he made it to. He went to Tennessee, the Titans. Played a couple years and just kind of fizzled out.
They called him. They call it a flash in the pan.
Yeah, dude. He was just, you know, here today, gone tomorrow kind of thing. But for
he ain't no Warren Moon. He ain't no Joe Montana.
No.
He ain't no John Elway. He ain't no.
Yeah, it didn't pan out for him. I think he just said that wasn't for him. And now I think he just went back to, I think he lives in Arizona now, and he's just kind of not doing anything now. Kind of laying low and living life now. Just kind of not doing anything, man. But yeah, if you get a chance, man, check it out. It's even if you're not a football fan, just the story.
I'm interested.
Yeah, the football story in general is just good. The way he brought all this attention to what is it, College Station. Just all the influx of money he brought into that school, man, was insane. I forget the number. I think it was in the millions.
Yeah, because you can go through that town and it's probably built off of his back.
Oh yeah, because they brought in with advertising and TV. They got free with him being there. In 1 year, they got $37 million worth of free advertising, just attention and all that. You know, just a bunch.
And he
of
played
shit.
For the Browns, right?
He played. Yeah, he played for the Browns, and then I think he went somewhere. But then after the Browns, he just said, "Screw it, man."
I guess over the past few years of, you know, I'll poke my head into football every once in a while, but there has been a lot of quarterbacks that like just straight up flash in the pan.
Sure.
And like, I don't know, man, they don't have that staying power.
Yeah, it's like Cam Newton. I was a big fan of, you know, whatever, still am, whatever you want to call it. Cam Newton was it's that thing where he had personality. You never see a quarterback that has, you know, that talk shit. You know, you don't see that too often. I like it.
Michael Vick was a quarterback also, right?
Yeah, he was.
And he got in all kinds of.
Oh, he got in all kinds of.
Yeah, dude, the quarterback, man, that's supposed to be the leader of the team.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, and Cam recently, it's funny to see Cam Newton on TV recently. He was arguing with the kid. He was doing some kind of camp thing, and he was arguing with the kid back and forth. The kid was talking shit to him, and it was just a thing because people were like, "Was Cam out of line? Should he just left that kid alone and ignored him?" Because it's a kid. He was like 17-year-old kid. He's arguing back and forth and bickering. So it was just funny how he's been bothering.
He's not a kid, dude. He can still get a fat lip.
You know, that's what the problem was. That's what the issue was. Is Cam Newton was like
17 years old dudes that have beard and bigger than me.
And that's what Cam said, because that's what people were saying. Is like, do you leave the kid alone, or? But Cam goes, I'm not gonna leave him alone. He's gonna have the balls to talk to me, talk shit to me. You better be ready to get it back at him.
Socked up.
Yeah, you gotta be ready. So that's what the issue was. But then some people, some analysts were like, well, you gotta be the adult and leave him alone and can't say shit to him. But he goes, wait, kid's gonna talk shit. I'm gonna go at him, man. So
like I said, my son
gloves
says,
are
"Oh, I'm as tall as you. Okay, you can get a real clothesline."
shit gets real for real, real quick, man. Yeah.
Get the real clothesline.
But yeah, man, that was it's a good little documentary, man. It's cool shit. Then the other thing I ran across on Netflix was I just started watching it, and I watch it because like I said, I loved hip hop music. I was into that scene. I loved it growing up. So it's a Netflix called Ladies First, the story of women in hip hop.
The Brat.
Oh yeah,
Was she
Brat.
on it?
She's in it. I know that I watched the first episode, and that one's just kind of introduction. And you get to see like Roxanne. Queen Latifah's in there, man.
See, I know my stuff.
MC Light, And then it goes into, it talks about the new gals that are in there now, like Cardi
Megan
B,
Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion, and there's some other ones I didn't really know.
You heard about what happened to Megan Thee Stallion's, was it her husband or
The
boyfriend?
shot her in the toe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got, what, like
10 years, I think.
10 years for shooting off her big toe, pinky toe?
Yeah, it was, when I saw that story, it reminded me of Harlem Nights, when Eddie Murphy shot Della Reese's foot. He shot her pinky toe off. That's what it reminded me of. You watch Harlem Nights,
it's crazy.
Same kind of thing. I think that's where they stole it from. I think they stole that.
Remember Foxy Brown?
Foxy Brown, yeah, I do remember that.
Who was she beefing with?
Was it Little Kim?
Little Kim.
Little Kim, yeah, Little Kim's. The funny thing, the cool fact I found on that documentary was like Missy Elliott, like she was extremely talented, like with rap, the whole thing. She was like extremely talented, but for a long time, you didn't see her because she was kind of pushed back, and they wouldn't let her come out or let her be a star because they kept telling her, you're too fat, you're this, you don't look good, you're too dark, you don't have a look for it. And she's like, all right, well, I'll show y'all. So she went down there and kind of capitalized on that, like her being being a heavier girl.
But she's not heavy no more.
No, not no more. That's what they were saying in the documentary. It's like, well, now she kind of.
But you know who's doing that, and like I think she's has a couple lawsuits under her belt right now.
Oh,
is
Lizzo eating bananas making her people eat bananas out of their crotches. They were at a strip club, right? They had the dancers with bananas in their meat wallets there, and she was making her dancers eat the bananas out of the thing, and she was like, "Come on, yeah, dude."
Well, no, she's in trouble for like being like a straight up B, like being a bitch, like to all her backup dancers.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what she was making the backup dancers eat the bananas. Yeah,
like straight up like body shaming her backup dancers. And like, dude, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, dude. I mean, you're supposed to be star there.
But but they were giving Missy shit about that back then.
Yeah, so that was the point of that. The whole thing was like because she was heavy and they didn't want her to. Man, you're not material to be a star, but. She did it anyway, and then to capitalize on it, to take it one step further, she put that trash bag on and blew it up to be, say like, I'm big, and what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? Like I got skills, she's got talent, man. She was awesome. Yeah, she was great. I loved all her work, man. And then Queen Latifah, they were talking to her, and she was like, they asked her, what was your thing? Why did what was your shtick? She goes, well, I saw MC Light, and I saw these other guys. You need something.
When I like Queen Latifah.
What's that?
Set it off.
Set it off. I knew it. Set it off, man. She was hardcore, man.
Latifah. And the Six Deuce.
Yeah, dude, it was. In that movie, it was funny to me because like it was very like at the time it was very taboo to see, her. Yeah, be a lesbian. Play a lesbian. Like people were like, oh shit, like her. She was playing with touching the, kissing the girl and touching her and whatnot. Because back then it was a big deal. Now it's just whatever. It's just another day at the office. But. Yeah, but they were talking to Queen Latifah, and she was just like, yeah, man. She goes, I wanted to stand out, so what I did, I took it back to the motherland. And she goes, I put what are those things called? The little, I forget what the little hat's called. It's got a cool name. But she started wearing the big hat, and she started doing the African vibe too.
Yeah, I remember that.
The kufi? Was it kufi, huh? The little kufi. She goes, my first photo shoot, she goes, I wore the whole... The kufi, yeah.
Well, yeah, like back then, that was like the early 90s, man. Yeah. Like you had to be proud of your culture, man.
Yeah,
like...
Dude.
I know for us, like, Kid Frost was a big deal, dude, and that's all he talked about. And,
what do they call it?
The La Raza. Yeah, like, and
that was a huge hit, man. Yeah, that went all. Oh, that's what I was gonna tell you. That's what I was thinking about. I was gonna tell you. That's what it was. So the lady, the reason why the thing was about ladies in hip hop was the Sugar Hill Gang. That was like they broke ground on hip hop, mainstream, and the lady that the person that brought them out to the big time was a woman. It was, I forget her name, something Robinson, and she brought them guys out. She goes, I see these guys. They came up to me, and she was in music. She was in the industry, and these guys came up. And started singing at the song to her, rapping to her. She's like, this has got something to it. So well, let's do it. So she got them on. She put them on, and they did. And the thing that was funny was, and the way she was smart. When they did the song, when they did that first song, the Sugar Hill song, the first song they did, the Sugar Hill, when they did the video came out, and when they did the video, she was smart to be like, we're gonna make this video, make it like, you know, instead of having black women dancing, that we're gonna have white women. That way, it transcends to get the white listener to come in and make it comfortable. So she was genius, dude. She was genius to do that. She goes, and I think about that now. I was like, if you did that shit now, people would be outraged. You know, so there'd be some kind of outrage. There'd be something there.
Right.
Something there.
And like we were like, it's the 90s. You remember you were a hip hop cat, you know, and you know, like it was cool to wear. Remember the little necklaces with the little African,
yeah, the African,
like the cross colors, all that stuff, dude. But you had to be back then, like proud of where you came from, dude. I just kicked my son on some knowledge today about, you know, like I said, we were talking about Kid Frost, you know, talking about the Brown, Cypress Hill, Brown. But you also had House of Pain. Yeah. They were all about the Irish.
Yeah. They didn't give a fuck. I mean, they were all in.
And then Booyah Tribe. Like I was telling my son today, like they all ran together. They went on tour together, but Booyah Tribe, they were Samoans. Like, you know.
What was that? What did they have any, they had some hits, or what was it?
They were all clicked up. It was the Beastie Boys.
Okay.
They all went on tour. Cypress Hill, Booyah Tribe, House of Pain.
Okay.
They all, but if you look at, they all had their little nationality, dude.
Have you seen Everlast now? He's like called Costa Nostra or some shit. Like,
La Costa Nostra. Yeah.
It's like, dude, what are you doing, man? Like he's going.
He's
I thought he was still Irish
things.
cat. You know, I thought he was an Irish cat, and he's switching it up now. But yeah, I was watching.
Love Everlast.
Yeah. Oh, he was good. I even liked his shit that he did with the rock shit he did, like that rock vibe he did. That little
love it. Whitey Ford.
Yeah, Whitey Ford. Yes.
I you know, going back to the YouTube deep dive, man. Like I watched a whole interview with him, man, and like if I can find it, I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Because it's really interesting, dude. Really interesting.
Yeah. No, I always found him. I always found him as a good artist, and you know when he switched over and did that thing where he was doing the rock stuff, it was really, it did well, man. Like
White Trash Beautiful
White Trash
is
Beautiful.
one of my favorite songs, but there's one song that I like. It's called Ends.
I haven't heard that one.
Anybody will do, you know, that's word for money. Like the ends.
Yeah, cash money, man.
Yeah, and there's a couple other songs that he just did, you know. I Can Get By.
I'm trying to think of that one that's really, it was a big one. Was
you talking about with Santana?
Leave Your Lights On or something?
Yeah.
Turn Your Lights On or something.
That one?
That was good shit, man.
Yeah, what he did with Carlos Santana, man. Killer.
Talented. Yeah, he was, like I said, it took me back. I was like, I didn't know this dude could do this kind of music with the acoustic guitar, just fucking just going off like that. It was really talented, man. Yeah, so I was watching that. I got into that like one episode in, so you can check it out, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch
Ladies
that.
First, and like I said, the next one is like getting into the Brat, getting to them,
right?
But they started off with Queen Latifah and them, and I didn't know this, man. It was really cool. I thought, you know, I'm not a politics guy. I don't go like right off whatever the hell, but I thought it was really cool that during 44's president, he had the people coming to the West Wing, and they had like a hip hop show at the White House, and he brought he paid respect to the MC Light and Queen Latifah and them, and he brought them in. They got it, and it was like the first time rap was ever performed in the fucking White House, and I think that's cool, man. I think, you know, like him or not, I don't give a shit. But I think that's a cool.
Well,
thing.
they were kind of pioneers to that game, man.
Yeah.
Like I listened to a lot of like my palette of music is insane. But like I was like back in the 90s, dude. Like I love that stuff.
Yeah,
dude. I love that stuff.
And that's what we were watching. And I was telling Jennifer, I was like, you know, this is cool. Like this is the shit I grew up on. This is stuff that I was into. You know, and just like you were talking about the cross colors, like, you know, I used to get all kinds of shit. You know, just people fucking with me. You know, when I was in high school, high school, I guess freshman. I used to wear damn it. I think it was not. I don't know if it was cross colors, but it was like those the colleges like Howard University, like the black colleges like that. They was big on like those the college like Howard. There was another one I forget those, but I would wear those things. But I just because I like the style, man. The the hip hop style was really cool, man.
You were a Timberland cat.
Yeah, the Timberland guy.
Man,
yeah,
that's what I was saying. Like for me, I was listening to that, but dude, flat out, bar none. You know, Vinnie Zuko was like, dude, I was like the Beastie Boys, man. Like I was very influenced by them as far as style goes because I was a skate cat.
Sure.
Like, but I was always wearing Dickies and Chucks and Vans and shit like that. But, you know, I transitioned and I listened to both worlds. And I love that stuff.
No, it was a guy. I was watching some other fucking podcast, and this guy was talking about that. That's what the beauty was of LA back in the 90s. He said was just they had that vibe, like you said, the Cypress Hill. It had the skate thing in there. It had what was the other band he mentioned in there? Damn it, the Suicidal Tendencies. Like,
oh, dude, that's a whole nother
he's like,
can of worms.
He goes, that was mixed in, and it was so much culture involved now. It was a big pot of it. And he goes, and now it's just not like that anymore.
No,
it's
not.
all.
It's
not,
I can't get into it. Like, I can get into some new stuff, but like, it doesn't have the grassroots that we grew up with.
Jennifer made a good point when she was watching it. She goes, this when we were watching that documentary on the ladies' first thing, she was saying, you know, the rappers men's category genre. Men's is I don't like men's anymore. She said it doesn't have a feel, but the women now, like, you know, Megan Thee Stallion, they have that feel where they have a look. Like a Cardi B does that thing like Missy Elliott with the weird ass videos and the weird.
I just think of the nails every time I think of Cardi B.
But the women have they stand out, like they got personality. They have a niche. You know what I'm saying? The guys are all basically sound the same. You know, it's all the sound the same shit. But the women do stand out, and you got to give them respect. They do come out of. They got
because I know more female artists, than I do the male artists.
Yeah, for sure. Just you know, I'm ignorant to the music now, so I know like Travis Scott shit like that, and you know the bigger ones, you know.
Yeah,
but
it's funny when Johnny laughed when he said, "Yeah, man, there was a riot at Astroworld." I was like, "Oh yeah, I know that riot."
Yeah, no shit, right?
He was talking about the actual
Astroworld. Yeah, not that one, huh? Wrong one. But yeah, I was hoping Johnny be here today so I could bring it up, but I was gonna do it anyway. He kept introducing me to. He kept sending me these videos, and I was like, "What is this shit?" And I checked it out. It's the people doing the horse competitions, but they're on the little stick with the horse. You know, it's people, and they're on the was that horse called? It's got a name, right? Not a hobby horse, but it's called.
You talking about the damn kid stick
horse?
Yeah,
the stick and the head on the horse, and they're doing the obstacles and shit. People, they're doing the obstacles and shit. It's a trip, man.
What are we doing, dude? What are we doing?
We're losing it, man. We're losing our minds.
I was gonna send you that one
hobby horse. Yeah, it's a hobby horse championship. Yeah, and people are jumping just like the horse does. It jumps the it's a trip, dude.
Did you see the video of the slap competition with the freaking robot?
Nah, I didn't see that.
This shit had to be like,
dude, check it out, dude. The horse competition. We'll throw that clip that we're watching. We'll throw it in the video.
Dude.
But that's funny as shit, dude. But it's I mean, they're jumping some shit, man. They got some ups, man. That's back in the day when we used to say
I might have to check that out. It look like volleyball chicks.
Volleyball chicks. But yeah, dude,
they got college. They got
the pros, man. I think these are the amateurs.
No, dude, I saw this one clip. It was like, you know, the slap competition.
Yeah.
But it was a robot and like a human. And
shit, I'm guessing the robot one?
I saw, the dude slapped the robot and the robot fell back. And then he gets up and then the fucking robot slaps the guy and he falls back. And I was like, is this real?
What are we doing?
I didn't know if it was real or not.
What the hell?
But this shit was funny.
No, that's good shit, man. But yeah, when Johnny kept seeing this, I was like, this can't be real, man. I thought that was bullshit. And I looked into it. I was like, yeah, they got competitions, man. Like that one had the 2013.
How come he gets all the Ocho sports?
I know he loves him Ocho sports, man. He loves
every time he sends us something, man. It's like off the Ocho.
That's because he's got that Starlink now. Yeah, he's got that. It's all the new channels, the channels I can't get, man.
ESPN Ocho.
Yeah, man. He gets them all, dude.
Pickleball. What was that freaking?
Pickleball's the shit, man.
Golly, dude. I don't know what's going on.
The other thing that was in that documentary, one last thing that I want to talk about on that documentary was cool, was just they kind of talked about it was funny how hip hop is it's a big thing, you know, it's huge. There's a big imprint. Like Sister Soldier, when she was saying she had some what's the words? I'm trying to be careful here. Anyway, she was saying some hardcore shit, and then for Bill Clinton was running at the time. Bill Clinton was running. He said, you know, the words, you know, the things that she's saying we need to kind of, I forgot, goddamn, I can't remember exactly what he was saying, but it was just cool how she was a topic while he's running for office. Like he's running for office and she's coming up in this conversation that when he's on the political stage here, he's talking about her. And that was a big deal for hip hop, man, to be acknowledged. Like, cause what she was saying, I mean, granted what she was saying it wasn't bad necessarily. She was just saying
not an NWA status where like you need to stop listening to this music.
It was kind of that. It was kind of that way, and it was. But then they got into how some of the artists now are getting into not getting into politics, but they have it. So they got this platform, so they use it. Sometimes they use it in the wrong way, but it's just like Cardi B. She got to sit down with Bernie Sanders and talk to him about his run back when he was running and shit. It's just cool to see that
because they know they can tap in like
to that.
Yeah. To the
that
genre,
community,
the community that listens to that type of music.
But yeah, it was just like I said,
they can influence.
There you go, man.
Yep.
Get them votes, man. Get them votes. That's all. That's what counts, man. But no, it was just she had said something. Can't find the right word. She was saying something very sketchy, and then they were just. I'm just trying to find the right word for it without being a dick. But anyway, controversial. But the thing he acknowledged her, and he said her, such a soldier said these things and whatnot. But it was just
This is Clinton.
Yeah, Clinton, man. After he played the sax on Arsenio Hall and all.
After he played the sax.
Yeah, the sax.
Not
man.
after somebody played his sax.
Yeah, after they were blowing his sax. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let me ask you something.
All right.
Okay. What's her name?
What you got?
Monica, what's her?
Monica Lewinsky.
Lewinsky, yeah, Lewinsky. She hot or not? I thought she was an attractive lady. I could be in the minority there, but I thought she was an attractive lady.
Like
I thought she was attractive.
Didn't she wear that pink dress?
Blue one, the blue with the jizz.
Blue.
It had jizz. She saved it. The jizz on it. Yeah,
golly. No, you know what? I mean, can we pull up and see what she? I want to see what she looks like.
Yeah, I thought.
Let me
refresh.
Yeah,
refresh your memory there. Yeah, a little refresher course there.
I want to see.
No, she was I thought she was an attractive gal. People made fun of her because she was. Of course they made fun of her because she was curvy. But
hey, nowadays, she was.
Back for the 90s. I mean, she was hot for the 90s.
Wait, what does she look like now? If that's her now, Jesus Christ, Mary and Joseph.
Mm-hmm. But
that's not her right there, all the way to the right, is it? Yeah. No, that one.
No.
Yeah, is that her?
Yeah, that's her.
No way.
Yeah, she changed. I know she for a while.
Hey, now.
Yeah, now.
I'll do it now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she was a. I thought she was a. I thought she was an attractive gal.
For sure. Yeah. The
black hair. She always got kind of shit for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought she was always
black hair. All she needed put them coffin tip nails. Oh, she'd be good.
But like I said, she always got shit, and he was like, the fat intern. He banged her. Well, no, she was all right.
Hell no.
She was all right.
Hey, Lewinsky can get it. He knew what he was doing.
He knew what he was doing. He's a smart man, man. Now there was some on his list that were not too. I forget what the other one was.
I think I did see one that didn't work. He was just ready to. I don't know what he was ready to shoot. He was just ready to shoot anything at the time. I don't know what he was doing.
But yeah, man, it was just it was cool. It was just I remember those stories. They just brought all those stories back when I was watching that documentary. It was just good shit, man. Good documentary. You'll like it. You'll appreciate it for sure, man. Going into all the details of the hip hop, and I loved it, man. Like I said, it was I can't wait to finish it. I think it's like 4 or 5 parts, but it's check it out. Wanted to get back. It was one thing I came across the other day, and I didn't know how long Kodak had been. Damn, I'm jumping right in it. It didn't even fucking.
Damn,
didn't even get you set up or anything.
No.
Like I said, I was just thinking about it right now. When I was in there. While I was in there,
we were in here listening to freaking Ted Nugent.
Ted Nugent.
Stranglehold.
Yeah,
that's the song you play when during the bathroom breaks.
The pisser, yeah, the long songs to fucking keep it going. No, I was in the restaurant. The story reminded me that I came across as I was talking about Kodak. People always wonder why what happened to cameras and the film and all that bullshit. But so in '75, there was a cat that worked there. Steven, they didn't give his last name. Steven that worked at Kodak. He gave them this thing. He's like, look, we go digital. We do this digital thing. And they're like, nah, we do film.
Really?
Like, yeah. In '75, we did the digital thing, and they tell them, nah, it's a bad idea. We're going to stick with this. Our thing is film. We're going to do it the old-fashioned way kind of thing. So Steven takes a trip over to Sony, man. Talks to Sony, says digital. And it was, after that, it was a wrap, man. That's when they did those little digital cameras and shit.
Is this gonna be on Netflix also?
No. I just read that. I just came across this on.
Oh, okay.
One of my.
Give it a little bit. It'll be on Netflix.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it will be. But yeah, yeah, man. This dude, the whole point was just like they passed up on something they could have been. Kodak could have been. That's why you don't hear about Kodak anymore. And shortly, I think I don't know when it was. Shortly, Kodak's. I think they're out of business now. I think there's no more Kodak. I don't think there is.
So we're taking this road trip to California.
Sure.
We're gonna buy, I think, 10 disposable cameras.
Damn.
We're gonna buy 10 of them, and we're gonna like snap photos on this venture that me and my best friend are taking.
Right on, man.
I just think it's gonna be It's gonna be like you said. It's gonna be It's documenting everything, but if one of us if our eyes are closed, then
so be it.
You only get one. You only get one shot, right?
That's it. You one and done.
So
man.
I just think it's gonna be fun. So when we get back, we'll
you got to go develop
this film,
develop
and see what comes up. I think it's gonna be real cool.
2012 they went up. Okay.
So yeah, that's the plan, dude.
That's cool, man. I dig it. I always like those
disposable cameras.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
To wind them up, man. Wind it up.
Right.
But yeah, that was just the thing is like, imagine, man, you missed out on one.
Hopefully
you pass them up. You got to take risks sometimes. They say, yeah, we don't want to take a risk of fucking up shit.
Can you imagine the people that would be in there developing film? what they saw?
Oh yeah, fucking all kinds of shit.
And it'd be like, I'm gonna make 2 of these.
Yeah, one for me. Yeah, one for the house, man.
Some dude like in the middle of nowhere has like a stack of just like copies.
Old bush and stuff. Nice bushes. But yeah, man, I didn't mean to go on a tangent with the Kodak thing. I just kind of thought about it was in the.
And he ain't talking about landscaping.
No. I don't. We don't trim the trim the edges. Just keep them long. I know, dude. It's just we need to be sponsored by No, hell no. What's that thing called?
Talking about them trimmers?
No, not the bush hog, not the bush. What's it called? I can't remember it now. I can't remember the name of it.
The Goop?
No, it's
Gwyneth Paltrow?
No, not the Goop. I remember that.
Venus?
No, I can't think of that. Can you check it? Tracker is it?
What do you want her to look up, man?
I can't think
get
of
all
it.
kinds of
We
stuff.
watch the commercial. It comes up the other commercial all the time when we're watching movies and things. They drive 15 miles or 25 miles. Anyway, man.
I don't know. I just want to get sponsored by Blue Chew.
Ruined it, man.
Blue Chew.
But I wanted that one because they got a good name. So that's why I wanted that one. Anyway.
Sponsored by?
Yeah, that's why we need to get it sponsored by.
Bush Trimmer.
Yeah. Anyway. And then the thing goes on, man. I've been waiting for this to see what's going to happen with it, but I don't think it's going to happen, man. I don't think it's going to happen. Elon and Zuckerberg, the fight is supposed to take place, didn't happen. Or it's not. I'm wanting it to happen, but Elon said he had to do some kind of surgery on his knee or some shit, so it's going to be postponed. There's not a date. And then Zuckerberg came out and said, if we're going to do it, let's do this. Stop talking about it and wasting my time. He goes, if we're going to do it,
dude, are these cats serious?
Yeah, they're supposed to do it in Rome. They're supposed to do it in Rome at the Coliseum or some shit.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, Mahindra. Yeah. Joke is going
like they're like this is like for real.
Yeah.
Like they really want to they're going back and forth.
Yeah. But I think
dude, let's get a press conference and then I'll take it seriously.
No, yeah, for sure. But I was looking forward to I wanted to see how it was gonna go,
let's get some shit talking press conference, shoving, just like boxing matches.
Yeah. I love that shit. I love all that stuff, man.
We'll see them nerd out together. I don't know.
And then on a somber note, man, we lost Dale Gribble the other day. Dale Gribble, we lost John Hardwick. We lost him. So there's no
that
Dale Gribble, yeah, the voice.
The voice.
Exactly, yeah. But Dale's gone, and I like the little memes, the little things they put out with this little hat on the ground. There was the guys in the backyard.
A little, was it a Mack truck hat?
Yeah, the Mack truck hat. And,
oh god.
And then, but they're gonna reboot it, man. They're gonna redo it again on Hulu, and now that it's kind of they don't know what to do. They're kind of don't know what to go with it.
That's
because
what they did with Beavis and Butthead. It's the same.
Yes.
Mike Judd, right?
Yeah, Mike Judd, same guy. And that guy, John Hardwick, I didn't know he was a stand-up comedian, and he at 64 he died. And they said they did a wellness check on him in his house, right? And he was just dead. But they said there was no foul play or anything like that. So they don't. But that's just till they haven't finished looking. But But yeah, it's
You
just,
know that dude was collecting a check though,
oh yeah, man, they're getting paid, man.
like straight up check.
Like I said, it's just a shame that I'm saying they could probably work out something like that with the conspiracy theories because Dale was a conspiracy theory nut. They could say he got abducted by aliens and shit.
Dude.
They could come up with all kinds of shit, dude. But that was when I heard about that, I was like, oh, that sucks. I mean, because I knew they were gonna reboot and do it again, so I don't know how they're gonna.
So you know
continue.
the whole strike that's going on right now
Yeah.
in the movies, like they're talking about like just CGIing like actors.
Yeah.
Like you don't even need the actor anymore.
Yeah.
Just fucking scan them and like you don't have to pay them. You're paying for, but you still that comes into like likeness rights.
Yeah, the other thing they were talking about too was something like that was they said the extras, like they don't need extras, so they're just gonna take extras face, like they'll use extras and then they'll just kind of cut their face and just throw people in the background. They just kind of use AI shit and just kind of use their likeness, and that way you don't need extras. You don't have to hire extras anymore.
You don't have to hire them.
Yeah.
Save money.
Yeah, because they said that what they do is they were saying in the business is when you're an extra, you're just kind of standing around getting paid to do nothing. You get to eat from the
catering.
The catering, you get to hang out and you're just getting paid. So they're like, well, we're going to cut that cost out. So just put them, throw them in the AI. I'm in there, man.
Yep.
Just throw them in the background. You'll have the same.
Pay Tom Cruise a little bit more money. Save on extras.
Oh, those were terrible, dude. Those Oompa Loompas.
Well, he was like copied like so many times. Huh?
It was terrible, dude. Because it loses the you don't get lost like in the original one. You get lost in that world because like everything is real, man. You get lost in that world with Oompa Loompas because they're small folks, But yeah, I mean, went down the wrong hole. Jesus. What was his name? Augustus. Gloop went down the wrong pipe there. The pipe, Good. Yeah, good.
You got lost in the small people, bro. Like you're
No,
looking at different ones.
Yeah. No. Like I said, you get when you see there's a world, man. Because like I said, they talk about.
Yeah, they're all different.
No, yeah. And this one was that same little guy. What was he? He's supposed to be like he's an Indian fellow, right?
Yeah,
he's an Indian fellow.
Like they just copied him.
Yeah, and that's terrible, dude.
But
like,
you said like in the original, you're like you get lost in them.
Yeah. Because they were, for me, that was the creepiest part of that movie was them. It was them because the way they were orange, they had the green hair and shit, and they had the little suit and the little feet and shit. That's what
same thing with Wizard of Oz for me, bro. I got lost in them.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, just because they all look like Wee Man, and that was my favorite part of it. I like that, dude. Wee Man was my shit, man. I loved Wee Man. I used to love Wee Man, but.
I'm sorry.
No, I just because I was trying to think. I was trying to roll back through my head through what I had said. But yeah, get lost in the small people. Yeah, I did. And like I said, that's what drew me in was just like because it was a whole world. Like, oh, these guys could be real. This could be a real place.
Dude.
It was cool. But yeah, I didn't like that about the. And I don't know what they're gonna. I know they're supposed to. I don't hope they bring them. I wonder what they're gonna look like. Oh, it's what's his name, right? Hugh Grant. Yeah. Hugh Grant's the Oompa Loompa, right? He's in like a little glass case and shit. Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, dude, like I don't know,
Isn't that
man.
Wolverine, right? Hugh Grant.
No.
Wolverine.
No, dude.
Hugh
Jackman.
I'm
Yeah.
so-
Yeah.
Oh,
What's
God,
that?
shoot me.
Hugh Grant got busted for picking up prostitutes, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he liked as the Rolling Stones say he liked the brown sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then nothing wrong with that. I mean, to each their own, man. Taste the rainbow. Fuck it.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know the dude was still acting.
Yeah. And he's up there though. He's up there.
Golly, dude.
He used to as they say he used to pork what's her name? I forget her name.
Oh,
check him out, dude. Look how he looks.
Liz
Hurley.
Hurley.
Yeah. Look at him, dude. He looks good, man. He looks badass.
Oh my God, dude.
He looks real good, like I said. And I like the story. I like the backstory on.
So they're gonna carbon copy him multiple times, or what?
I don't know because it's a prequel. Yeah, it's a prequel.
Why is Wee Man on there?
Yeah, man. Wee Man's a shit. Wee Man's got.
Oh no. Okay, now that I know what we're talking about, one of the wrestlers, he was upset about that, about how like if you do that, you kind of like take people out of the take the small people out of the business,
out of the small roles. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he was upset about that.
Yeah. There's a lot of shit.
That it's not fair to them that they get taken out of those roles
Yeah.
because you're just kind of cutting and pasting them.
Yeah, that's not cool, man. Like I said,
I get it.
the other thing too was like in The Whale, people were pissed that it should have been a fat person playing the role of what's the name? Brendan Fraser's part. They were pissed that should have been an actual heavy person. It shouldn't heavy. But as we see in Gilbert Grape, that doesn't work because you have a heavy person playing the role and then a shitty actor. So it's just you got to kind of take the lumps. You remember Gilbert Grape? The mom was terrible actress. I thought so. But that's
Johnny and what's his name picked up for it.
DiCaprio. Yeah, they did great, man. They killed it, man. I also liked I'm sure we talked about that. Julie Lewis, right? Is her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in that. What's that new movie we're watching right now? Dude, I was, and I know this is old. I'm behind in the times. I'm fucking slow, but started getting into. Was it Yellow Jackets? That's a pretty good show, dude. It's a good show. Yellow Jackets. It's on Paramount Plus, or Hulu, or HBO. Anyway, Paramount. Anyway, Yellow Jackets is pretty good. I didn't think I was gonna like it because it kind of had that. I thought it looked like what's the one with Jughead? Riverdale. It had that. I thought it was gonna be like that kind of
Riverdale-esque.
But it's good, dude. It's really good. I was. Blown
And what's
away.
Yellow Jackets about?
It's about a soccer team, a girls soccer team, and they're going to championships or something. They're flying, and it cuts right into it right away. Like, as soon as the opening scene is like there's a plane crash, people fucking dead, bodies everywhere and shit. It's pretty gruesome, dude. It's pretty gruesome. It just shows these from what I gather from what the first, because we just back into the first or second episode, the chicks are pretty dark, but it's really good, dude. Really good flick, man. And what you call it? What's your name? Christina Ricci's in it.
Yeah, it's not based off a comic or anything, is it?
I don't know. I'm not sure. It's just really check it out. You'll dig it. I think you'll dig it, man.
It's like Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah, that's
the reboot of that. That shit got real dark.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Your boy's having nightmares.
Good. It's good shit. But anyway, Yellow Jack. I got into that. I didn't think I was gonna like that, dude. It's pretty damn good. Like I said, in fact, we got to go home and finish up where we started on that, but. It's good stuff. The other thing that I got into this week, just kind of watching and binging, not binging necessarily, but just watching, was because I had to spread it out because it's 4 hours. Post Malone, I'm a big Post Malone fan. I like him. I just like him he's a Dallas boy, so I like him, dude. He's a Cowboys fan, so he won my heart already. Music is secondary after that. But he was on Rogan, and they did a 4-hour podcast, man. I was like, holy shit. I looked
Does he still live in Texas, though?
Or no, just Utah.
West?
Utah. Yeah, Utah. But I think he just comes down and visits. But it was cool that they were just talking about just about anything, man. It's cool to see who he is as a person. Like I said, I think it's neat that he's as big as he is, he's still a kid. He's a big ass kid, and I like that, man. I like that.
Did you ever see that YouTube video of him when he first got into the music game?
Well, he's just like on YouTube, like he just was.
Yeah, he's like wearing like short denim.
Yeah,
and like, dude, he looked like a little weirdo.
Yeah, dude, with his long mullet and shit. Is that when he had the long hair?
No, he had like little curly tops.
Curly tops.
Yeah.
Right. I was thinking about
And he was wearing like shorts. Like it was, I don't know, dude.
I think it's I just like him, dude. I think he's for the most part he stays pretty damn grounded. I mean, I just like the way he is with the crowd, with his fans. He's good with the fans, man. Like I remember there was when there was one concert he was just giving out like stacks of cash to different people, just different fans. Just after the show was over, just giving out stacks of money. It's like, this was for you. It was just crazy. It was just very casual, handing out fucking big.
Have you seen his Raising Cane's commercial?
Yes, I love those.
It's the whole. If you know, like I know the younger generation's not gonna know what it's from, but it's from Scarface. When Scarface is talking to Sosa and the money's just flowing in.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've seen that commercial?
No, I haven't seen that one yet. I gotta watch
it. It has a song "Push It to the Limit."
Oh, nice, dude. I love that.
So yeah, I was like, but like the younger generation, our kids, they're not gonna know what that is
unless they played the GTA, the Miami one. Then those tunes on the radio.
Yeah.
The songs, they're on that soundtrack there. That's where I used to love listening to those songs over and over on that GTA when I used to play it. But yeah, it was a good interview. They talked for, like I said, 4 hours. They talked about just about everything, aliens of the whole nine. It was just good. And one of the lines,
they were high as a kite too, huh?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, for sure, man. A lot of Bud Light was flowing, and that's what he was saying. He got into that, and he was just like, "Yeah, man, this has been my beer before all this other bullshit." He goes, "This was my beer, and I drank it all the time." He goes, "I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna let people tell me what to do. I'm not gonna follow suit.
What beer drink?
Yeah, what I'm into is what I'm into, and then like I said, just down to earth guy. And he said you could tell that that's the way he is. Like he's just just simple guy, just simple into dorky shit, just like anybody else. Man, it's cool. It's cool to see him be a person. Because sometimes these people don't. Some of these stars don't let their guard down. They're always that person. They're always that. I got to be this famous person. I can't be who I am.
You got to separate it, dude.
Yeah,
you have to.
Yeah, but I like the way he is, man. It was a good interview. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah,
Bud Light's taking a little different course on their commercials now. They're going camping.
Yeah, they can. They a lot of camo on.
They're going camping. We can camp.
The other thing was, man, the thing that got me and it was funny as shit to me was just I had never heard this word he's called. He said he told Rogan, "Yeah, dude, that's it's creepy pasta, man." Rogan's like, "What'd you say?" He's like, "It's creepy pasta." He's like, "What does that mean?" And they looked it up, and it's just like urban legends online, like on social media, urban legends that you see on YouTube and shit like that. That's what creepy pasta is.
Oh wow!
So I didn't know what that terminology was, so I got schooled.
Were you in it for the whole 4 hours?
Yeah, I got like maybe another hour left, but I watched the majority of it. It's just good. It's just it's just good conversation, man. It's just being silly and just having a good time. And then I think the next day after that they recorded on a certain day, and then the next day Rogan was here in the Woodlands because that's where Post Malone had the concert was in the Woodlands.
Yeah, it was like last week.
Yeah, last week, and they had that. Rogan was at some place called Tryst in the Woodlands, nice fancy restaurant where the steaks are like $200 steaks and shit like that. And he was there, and they gave him like, they gave him a big ass spread like that. And then he went to the concert and he recorded thing, and it was just a badass show. It was a cool show. Like I said, I would love to go to this show, but it was just outside. It's just
he has some really good jams.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I said, he's just like I said, I like him because he's just a good. From what you see, he's just a good person. Good
One
cat.
of my favorites is Congratulations.
Yeah, very good. I forget which one is. I can't remember which one is the one that I really liked. It's got a really 80s vibe to it.
Yeah, I think of my son when I hear Congratulations. It just that's what I think of.
Yeah, the dude's amazing. Just kills it. Dude kills it, man. And it was a good interview. Real good interview. I dug it. Shit, man. What else? Anything going on in Badsville over there? Anything good going on over there? Just the regular grind?
Yeah. That's about it, man. Just trying to stay afloat.
Stay afloat, man. Stay alive, man. Let's see. Oh, yeah. The other thing I was going to talk about was this. We were talking about last week, I think we were talking about how influencers and shit like that are, it's weird how you can be a YouTube person or whatever the case may be, and you can get involved into fights now. So there was this one guy, I forget his name. Let's see. And he called out a wrestler. I mean, a UFC fighter. And this guy, it's an influencer. His name is Bradley Martin. Big guy, works out, bodybuilder kind of thing. And he was on a podcast and he called out a UFC fighter. And he's like, man, I could probably get down with him. I got muscle. I could probably get on him and probably take him out. So the other day that the UFC, the MMA fighter came out and said, hey, let's do it. So they're going to do it now. So it's going to happen. And he's like, but it's weird, the stretch that social media has, that you can call somebody out. I can call somebody out and say, hey, you know what? I don't like, so-and-so, and I do it online, and they're going to respond to me, so it's going to happen.
But you talk about YouTubers.
Yeah.
Like, dude, okay. Yeah. I know, two big main events came, last week? Mm-hmm. Last Saturday, matter of fact. The brothers, Jake and Logan.
Yeah.
So Logan is the wrestler.
Yeah.
And Jake is the boxer.
Yeah.
So they had SummerSlam last weekend, it's like the WrestleMania of the summer. So it's a big freaking deal, right?
For sure.
And Logan, he was in one of the matches, and his brother was fighting in Dallas.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
Against Nate Diaz.
Oh, yeah.
So, they had Nate Diaz being the UFC fighter, mm-hmm. and Jake being I don't know if he has YouTube fame, but his brother has YouTube
mm-hmm.
fame, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So that was really good. That was a really good match. Really good match. And then his brother, mm-hmm. Logan, the wrestler, which I got mad respect for because, he's in our line of business. put on a killer match, dude. Like
Yeah,
how?
I-
How do you do this?
I saw he has like to me when I saw him wrestling, he had that vibe of he had that like that luchador vibe, how they have those
Yes.
flips and the way they grab him by
Dude.
the neck and swing him around. I don't know what that's called.
You don't have to
Ignorant
do
to it.
this.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You already get paid shit tons of money.
Yeah, he's built like a turtle too. His back is.
You
massive.
don't need to come
Looks
into
good.
our
Looks good.
world and like,
Yeah.
dude, you haven't been in the business that long,
Yeah.
but yet you're surpassing some of the cats that have been doing it forever.
Yeah. And so you pissed at that or
No,
Oh,
hell no.
You're, okay.
Hell
you're,
no.
you're cool.
Like,
with it.
yeah,
Okay.
like you put your work in.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at you at all.
No, that's cool. No, I respect both of them. Like I said in the last one, that's what I said. Is like, no matter what you think of those guys, man, they're doing the work to get to where they're at. They're not just like I'm famous, so just drop me in this little.
It's not one of
drop me
like
in.
it's not one of those bullshit celebrity
Oh, yeah.
boxing matches. You know what I mean? Where like these dumbasses are just like, it's stupid.
yeah.
It's stupid. Like you're doing it for a check.
For sure.
No, these guys are putting in work.
I much respect, man. I
Jake,
dig it. Yeah.
Jake, his brother,
Mhm.
putting in work. Like
Yeah.
he wants to. He's calling out Alvarez, Canelo Alvarez. He's
Oh,
like,
shit.
so he's actually trying to build himself to get to a certain level.
Yeah, because I know I understand you want to stretch it as long as you can because you don't want to go against you don't want to do a real boxer right away. What we also do is trying to get experience under his belt too because you don't want to jump into that big pool and then you get your ass kicked and then all the
Right.
spark is gone.
But
all
then
the
that's like
fizzle.
That's like Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz is known for like fighting all the fucking time.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
he's a tough guy,
I
man.
can't stand that dude, but he has a big fucking mouth.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
Jake goes in there and then like goes the distance with this guy, and then Nate's like, yeah, I give him props, man. I give him respect. Why? Because he put fucking hands on
Yeah,
him.
he meant it, man. The shit was real.
So,
Shit, he thought it
like,
would be a
that goes-
sideshow.
I don't know, man. Like I got respect for those two cats, but they came from they did come from YouTube,
yeah,
right?
YouTubers, yeah, for sure. Since they were like 13 or 14, they've been doing it from getting after it, man.
So
Much
like,
respect. Like I said, you can't hate on because like I said, it's hard to get. It's hard to go viral on social media. It's hard as shit, man. So it's
but like what you're talking about, this you said he's a bodybuilder.
Yeah, Bradley Martin, bodybuilder, and he calls out a UFC fighter. He goes, well, because that Bradley Martin guy was on. He was on a UFC where they talk about fighting and whatnot.
I think this is the same guy, Bradley Martin. He was talking to a boxer. And the boxer's like, dude, I'd whip you up so fast because you don't have hands like me. I don't care how big you are.
Yeah, don't matter.
Is it the same guy?
I think, yeah. I know he was calling out a couple people, but this particular UFC fighter he called out, and that guy responded. He's like, "Wow, we can do it, man." I said, "We don't. I'll entertain this shit. We'll do it, man." So I think it's gonna happen. I'm not sure when, but it is gonna happen.
But like it, that's why I call it combat sports.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Sure.
everybody, like we talked about this, like last episode,
Mhm.
how every different, I guess, nationality has their
Heroes.
fighting style.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that
Sure.
goes, I guess that goes back to like your bodybuilder. Like this dude can throw up a shit ton of fucking weight.
Yeah,
But your boxer, he knows where to hit.
yeah.
Like
the
he's
spots.
trained to hit in certain
Yeah.
spots that are going to lock you up.
For sure, man. What's that guy's name? Demetrius Johnson. That's the one. That's who he called out. And the guy was like, "All right, let's do it, man."
So Demetrius Johnson is who?
The UFC fighter. He's UFC, right? Yeah, he's a UFC guy. And that guy, Bradley Marr, thinks he can hang. Well, I guess we'll see.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We'll see what happens, man. Curious to see how that rolls, how that happens.
You know who? What's his name? Like he played in Game of Thrones. He was the Mountain. I'm trying to think of his name. Thorn. What was his name? He's sponsored by Rain energy drink.
The bodybuilding. Speaking of that, dude, was that Bradley Martin guy. I was talking about him, and then that's that what his name?
It's no the Mountain beat. It's like something Thorn. I can't remember his name.
Side note: there was a Bosnian bodybuilder, and he kills 3 people and injures them on a rampage on live stream on Instagram. Just a fun fact. There's a bodybuilder, a Bosnian bodybuilder, and he killed 3 folks and injured 3 others.
Yeah, but this guy, he got into the boxing ring, and he's what you call a You know how they have heavyweight?
Mhm.
This dude's super heavyweight.
Oh shit, nice dude.
Because
Butterbean.
I think he's like 6'9", 6'8".
Jesus.
They call him the Mountain. What's his last name? Bodgemore, like Thorn.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, no, but so his background was World's Strongest Man.
Okay.
So yeah, he was World's Strongest Man. He did that guy. World's Strongest Man competitions, all
Gotcha.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bjornsson? Yeah. So this guy got into boxing.
Yeah,
But this dude is known for like carrying freaking boulders.
Jesus, dude. I love that World's Strongest competition, man. I used to
Like if this dude hits you,
it's gonna hurt. Huh?
it's gonna hurt,
gonna
dude. You're gonna get rocked. But that's what I'm saying, dude. Like there's just different types.
Yeah.
The whole UFC and bodybuilder. If we want to place bets, I'll put my money on the UFC guy.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, because the guy, the bodybuilder, he can throw some weight around, but
throw
he
some
doesn't
weight
know
around.
how to. Like I said, doesn't know how to attack somebody, man. He's
No.
gonna. But like I said, it's just interesting for me. The thing was just to see these things where you can just call somebody out now, and if you're big enough, you have a big enough name, and you can draw that attention. You can call anybody out that you want. That's big. That's famous. That's out there. That's how social media can touch everybody. It's like we can touch anybody now. We can see anybody's life, and we can touch just about anybody we want to. Like. If you tag Post Malone and say I can out rap Post Malone or whoever, whatever, now they'll say, well, let's do it.
Let's
now.
see it.
Let's see.
Let's see what happens.
And that's the cool thing about the internet. There's some things about the internet that are beautiful, and some of them that are terrible, like the AI shit. It's a terrible invention. We'll be dead soon.
You're a
It's all good.
TikToker, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I love it, man. I love it because it's just like I just like little doses. I don't want to see a big fucking story.
See, but that's
the
the I guess that's the target. Like that's what is. It can't be long and drawn out anymore.
Nobody will watch, dude.
That's why I asked you, did you go through the whole 4 hours of the interview with?
No, yeah,
Post
I had
Malone?
to break it up because I had to watch the first two. The first two were good, and then I had to take a break and do shit, and
Because that's like for our kiddos, like that's what they want. They want like it has to be instant for them to be entertained.
For sure. We were talking about that earlier. We were talking about like art, like doing like it's like of course now because they were I was watching these tattoo artists talk, and they were like, yeah, now tattoo artists you can anything you want to come up with, like now we use the AI app. All tattoo artists are starting to use the AI app where you can say I want to see, and everybody's probably seen this meme before or this picture before online where you say I want to see Mario underwater playing cards, and it shows Mario underwater and he's like playing cards and shit, but it's like a painting, like a drawing. And people do that now, and it happens like it produces it in 15 minutes. So people now can go to tattoo shop and say, "Hey, I want to see, Willy Wonka, shoving a chocolate bar up his ass," and it'll bring it up, and then now that's what I'm saying. But it happens in 15. But that's what I'm trying to say is like, it takes away the shit, dude, the craftsmanship, man. It takes away.
It does. In all honesty, it takes away the person that like puts time and their talent into it.
It's just like I've seen the go ahead.
You've seen the tattoos where like they actually they'll like, it's like you said, they print it out after what they talked about. They'll put it on you and peel it off, then they tattoo it.
Yeah. The other thing, because
like,
there's some tattoo artists that I love that they can do. They just draw they go in and start sketching on your arm, and then they just do a rough outline. I think if you ever seen, I don't know if you ever watched Kat Von D's tattoo show. She used to have her own tattoo show, Kat Von D, and then there was a dude that used to work with her, and that's what he would do, the freestyle ones. People would come in and say, I want an eagle with this and that. He goes, but I want it freehand drawn. And the guy just goes on and sketches it with the pen, sketches it out and does it, and it's just, there's no...
Dude, a lot goes into tattooing.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I'm covered in tattoos, but a lot goes into tattooing, dude. Like, you give the tattoo artist your idea... and they have to draw it out. It's a process.
Yeah. And that's what I love, because back then it's like when a tattoo artist, now it's not, it's like, for example, me, I always wanted to get tattooed by, Kat, because she was a legend. And when you got a tattoo from her, she drew it up. It was her idea. It was her art being on your arm. Now it's not that tattoo artist's arm. And it's not that tattoo artist's artwork no more. It's just something he generates from AI. It's not his work. So you're going to lose people that want an original.
I'm gonna do the Mitch McConnell, man. What? AI.
Freeze up.
Yeah, dude. I don't even know
Freeze
what
up.
I don't even know what AI is.
But that's what I'm saying. It's a shame that it's gonna lose that, the tattoo world, and I'm sure there'll be some traditionalists that'll stay doing it the old fashioned with the they put it on.
But
there.
in also like different tattoo artists, they have their own style.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like this guy does traditional.
Mm-hmm.
This guy does realism.
Yeah.
This guy does mechanical, whatever that stuff's called. But
it's like like Oliver. Oliver does traditional. Oliver Peck does traditional stuff. And if I ever want one, that's where I would go to. I'm not gonna go to some guy's gonna generate. Okay, I'm gonna type in Oliver Peck style, and the AI thing is gonna bring up his style. No, I want Oliver to do the traditional.
That's that's like Sailor Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
Sailor Jerry, Ed Hardy, like all those dudes. That's traditional. Like they have their own certain style. And like when you're telling me that, like, okay, for instance, the AI, you tell the AI that you want a Sailor Jerry style.
Yeah, it'll
flash.
Yep.
It'll just be like,
it'll be
it'll be a shit ton.
It'll be but it won't be come from the heart.
It's not coming from the artist.
The other guy that I always wanted to tattoo, I still do, and I probably won't never because it probably costs an arm and a leg. Nico, right? What's his name? Nico Hurtado. He does the best realism color and realism art tattoos. I mean, phenomenal work, man. I mean, there's nobody better than him. I don't think there's a tattoo artist better than him. I mean, his work is, and that's what I always wanted, a piece from him. And like you said, you can. So now AI can just type it in. Like he's a hell of an oil painter,
dude. Look at that.
Insane.
That's like
realistic.
That's Dracula, right?
Yeah, and look at that Beetlejuice. It's flawless, man.
Dude,
it looks like Michael Keaton on your
looks
arm.
like Michael Keaton.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's gonna now.
But that's from the hands
Yeah.
and the brain of the artist,
Yeah.
dude. Not the intelligence,
Nah,
not
dude.
the AI.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's
AI. Like it's insane because
Mitch McConnell.
yeah, like that's talent, bro.
No, dude.
That's what you work for.
Yeah, man. To be on that level, man, and now for tattoo artists to say, I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying there's some that now that are using it that are just like,
Like I've seen, that's probably why I've growing up I'm covered in tattoos, but different artists are like I'm not gonna get a tattoo from some dude that I could probably like give him a Happy Meal and he'll be like, oh yeah, but it's gonna look like trash.
Shit, yeah.
No, we'll talk about. Did you see that Jeffree Star shit?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
He almost got fucking.
Oh my god.
Almost took him out.
But on that note, like you had Tupac and fucking Master P go to Dago's.
No shit.
Yeah, you can look it up. Like Tupac got a tattoo from Dago's. He's infamous. Is that the word that you use? Like when somebody's like, like they don't have that. They're known for something, but they're known for something.
Yeah, and for him, he was cut from a different cloth, man. Like that dude there is just.
He has a name.
Yeah.
Like he's done celebrities.
Oh, the guy that does the
Dago.
Oh yeah. I never knew there was. I didn't know there was an actual.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've met Dago personally. Like and like I don't know, dude. Like I kind of pride myself on like tattoo artists.
Yeah.
I know a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I know how they work. Like their art, like I said, like you said, you go to this person for realism, you go to this person for traditional, you go to this person because that's what they specialize in.
And now it's just
now you just type it in and be like boop.
Yeah,
but like I'll send you some stuff, but it's like where they print it out, they set it on you, they peel it off, and it's already there.
Mm-hmm.
Now all we have to do is trace it.
Color, paint by numbers kind of thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Paint
by numbers is a perfect example.
It's just like that Nico guy. He just puts the basic layout there, but he has to. He does all this. I mean, it's just like I said. By far, I was always blown away by what Kat could do. She was always amazing, dude. She was always amazing to me because, like I said,
what was her style?
Realism, black and white realism, portraits, black and white portraits. Portraits. But dude. I mean, you look at it and like, oh, that's you knew that, there was no like, it could be so and so, maybe. She was a phenomenal, man. Like I said, and then she was hated because that's a dude's field. That's a guy's field, man. So when she came on the scene, people were like, fuck her, man. Like she's full of shit. I mean, look at that shit, man. That's insane, man. Insane. I mean, she's, I always wanted one, but I think she's at the game right now, right? She don't do it no more.
No, she's out of the game.
Yeah, she quit.
Yeah.
Man. She changed her. I think she changed her ways and
Yeah.
shit. She's a whole different person.
Fun
now.
fact: she used to date one of my club brothers, Rumble Cat.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
But she I met her. She's cool. She's down to earth. You know.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, like my club name, Hollywood. When I met her, she has Hollywood tattooed on her
nice
on her stomach,
and her belly.
and she's like, "Oh, they call me Hollywood too." And I'm
Nice.
like, "Yeah."
There-
But she's
Yeah.
cool chick. Like
Yeah.
I dig her style.
Yeah.
Um,
Extremely talented, man. I think the
very
waiting
beautiful.
Yeah, I think the waiting list was like years for her, right? Back in the day when she used to work at, what's it called? Electric, what's it called? No, it was called,
Have you seen her old man now? He's like a goth. He does music.
oh, really?
Yeah, his name's like preacher or priest or something like that. He does like goth rap.
High Voltage was the name of that tattoo place. Yeah, I never got a chance to go.
Not Oliver.
Oliver.
That's her ex-husband.
Oliver's got whiskers. I like Oliver's whiskers.
There
Oh,
he
that
is.
guy?
What's his name? They call him preacher or not preacher. What's his name? Prayers. They call him Prayers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he's like goth cholo.
Gotcha.
He is. No, seriously.
that's
He's
cool.
goth cholo.
That's cool, man. Like I said, it's a different.
It's
takes all.
in California. It's a big deal, dude. Like
that's
being
cool.
goth cholo. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I was probably
they're
goth
up-
cholo before
they're-
goth cholo was goth cholo.
They're up there where Jeffree Star's at now, aren't they? Up there, up north. Everybody's bouncing from LA, man. It's just not.
Yeah.
Just not what it was.
But if you love it, man, you're not
yeah.
gonna leave.
Yeah, I mean it's
No matter who's in office or
yeah,
who's there
or what's going on.
or what's
Mask-
going on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mask it up, Mitch McConnell.
What? Hey,
Mitch McConnell, the turtle. Fucking turtle, man. Yeah, man. It's been
I guess. Hey,
Frozen
if
time.
Vinnie Zuko ever does that, dude, you better jump in there and
get
fuck
him out of there. Get him out, dude. Throw in the towel. It's a wrap, dude. Yeah, man. It's been good times, man. Good times. We kind of bounced around all kinds of shit. I know that we're again. When I talked about at the beginning, we talked about football season coming back. I'm excited about that. And then on top of that, Jennifer's mom threw us a bone, and she said, we had been talking about this for years. We've been asking about Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving's kind of lost its charm and whatnot, and it's just not something that there's not enough family for all that good stuff for us. So her mom threw us a bone and got us some tickets to the Cowboys game on Thanksgiving Day. So we're taking that trip to the Big D, man, and checking out the Cowboys, and I'm excited about that. We that's one of the things, the traditions we're going to start doing probably is on Thanksgiving, doing Cowboys games, and it's just depending if they're home. Usually they're home, but
I'm shooting for the Autorama for Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, we were really excited. We were really surprised when she said we got some tickets for you. I was like, oh shit, okay, well, but yeah, Thanksgiving is just not what it was before. I'm not even talking about at home. I'm just talking about just in general. Like Thanksgiving, just I don't know. It's
I know for Autorama we drop our cars off on Thursday or on Wednesday,
it just stays all there,
and it stays there all the way until Sunday.
Yeah, that's her. Jennifer's dad. That's one of his traditions is going every Thanksgiving to Autorama. He loves that. He loves.
I just think it's really cool to drive into that building,
Yeah,
like
man.
at your car.
James Brown or James R. or James what?
George R. Brown.
George R. Brown. Yeah, I said James Brown. Always
James,
fuck it up.
James-
Wrong guy. Wrong guy. Wrong Brown. But yeah, man, that's what we're gonna be doing. I'm excited about that. That should be fun. And then I gotta talk to my boy. I gotta call my boy Andy up from in Dallas. I gotta talk to him. He likes to park cars for us across the street from the stadium.
You honestly think that dude's still there?
No, he's still there. Oh, I got his card. He's there. He's alive. He's good. If I got his card, he's still alive. He's still good. So Andy's our guy, man. He charges, a nice little C note there, but he'll take care of you, man. He'll watch your ride.
Dude, hit him up like a week before.
Oh, yeah, make sure he's still alive.
Be like, say, player,
You still
hey,
alive?
You still out there?
But at Jack in the Box parking lot, I shouldn't give away too much because I don't want to get him in trouble. Giving away my shit, giving away my parking spots here. But anyway, Andy, I'm gonna talk to Andy, give him a shout, man, and see if he's ready to see us in November. It's football season, man. I'm excited. Like I said, I'm not crazy into the sports anymore like I used to be. Like I said, like Vinnie, I'm a casual watcher. I watch here and there. I kind of peek in and out every once in a while.
Astros are doing pretty good.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear. And then again, I remember getting it shoved down my throat for fucking 3 weeks that Verlander's back. All right, got it.
Yeah,
Verlander's
dude.
back. I got
Verlander's
it. Yeah.
back, man.
Yeah.
That means Kate Upton's back too.
He's back in Houston, back in Texas, man. I never?
It must have got too expensive where he went, so he came.
Yeah, came back. Had to come home. Had to come back to
That
the
shit's
house.
too expensive. Come on.
Yeah, man. So that's what we're doing. Shit. I'm glad to get the summer over. I'm ready for the cold weather. I'm sick about this shit. I'm tired of this shit, man.
You sick of that hot?
I'm it, man. I think we got
Sick of
another
the
month of this shit.
hot.
Probably another month of this shit. Maybe more. Who the hell knows?
It's
Texas,
like when
man.
you open up the oven to check on the cookies. That's all I feel, bro, when I walk outside.
Brutal.
But I don't smell the cookies.
Nah, I don't just smell the flesh. Put in the flesh. That lady that baked the bread in her mailbox. Yeah, she's making bread in her mailbox in Texas. In Houston, right? In Houston,
dude.
Yeah. She was making bread in the fucking mailbox, man.
Nah.
Yeah, man. So yeah, we're good episode, man. Hanging out. Like I said, this is good times. I enjoy relaxing on Sunday evenings here with the old dynamic duo here. When you got something, Vinnie? You wanna?
Oh, just September 9th, Texas All-Star. I'll be back in Conroe.
Oh yeah, dude.
Come see your favorite bad guy.
Hell
You
yeah,
know,
dude.
I'll shake babies and kiss mamas. Hey,
Whatever.
you know how I do.
Whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes, man. No, I'm looking forward to that. It's September 9th. I'm looking forward to that. Having some beverages maybe and getting loose and checking out old Vinnie, man. Badsville there, coming out from Badsville.
Coming out from Badsville.
And then,
I mean, you know what? I want to ride the bike up.
I'd love to do that, man. I would love
How
to
cool would that be to ride the bike up? Just, you know,
pop in.
pop in.
Yeah, man. Oh, we'll try to see make that happen, man. We gotta make that work. That'd be cool shit. Yeah, man, been a good episode. Thank you again to one more time. Thank you for Tessa. John, her husband, makes beers, and I'm looking forward to trying the sour.
What kind of beer is it?
It's a sour. It's a sour. He made her husband, Tessa's husband. I'm guessing. I'm sure it's not a
Special
boyfriend.
blend.
Yeah, and they made it for us. You know, made some stuff for us and brought us some gifts and shit. And I really appreciate that, man. She's a big follower, man. I appreciate that, man. I like it, man. I appreciate the love. It's big. It's a big deal for us. You know, like I said, we're small. We're still growing. We'll get there, man. We'll get there. We'll be in Hollywood soon. You know, that's what you. That's the end goal, right? That's the end goal, right?
As soon as the strike is over,
we'll be back over there. We'll be some scabs and break the line and be a piece of shit and break the picketing lines and get in there, man. We'll find our way in there.
Hey, you ain't gonna do it. I'll do it.
I'll fucking
give
do
me
it.
in.
Half price. I'll do it half price, man.
Man, what you charging? I'll charge half.
Quarter of the price, man. I'll take it. But yeah, man. Hey, you good? Anything else? Good. Good.
Share, like, subscribe.
Mitch McConnell.
Hey, here. Like, and no, be honest. Like, if you have any questions, comments, chime in.
Yeah,
let us know. Tell a friend that you like. You know, give us a little. On Spotify. What else?
YouTube, Spotify.
Where we at?
Amazon Music. Everywhere. Dude, we're all spots where you can find your podcasting at.
Google, iHeart.
Yeah, iHeart.
Hey, let them know.
Only one we couldn't get on was Apple, and that's because we just I don't know.
Apple.
Didn't
Why
happen.
are they being sour apples or
They're
what?
terrible, man.
Sour apples. But
That's
hey,
right.
for real.
Yep.
Like let your peeps know.
Yeah, man. It's good times, man. Thank y'all. Stay tuned to the 52. We'll be back next week. Thank you, guys.
I was just in my office and I heard a ruckus.